20-minute vegan dinner, no prep time ahead. Let's go. Hey y'all, welcome to Make It Dairy Free. I am Larisha, and today we are making a super easy vegan pasta dish that takes just 20 minutes. We are making our vegan spinach and sun-dried tomato pasta. If you saw my What I Eat in a Day video or either of Andrew's, then you know that we try to have quick and easy, healthy meals on the table every single night. If you didn't see those, we'll link them below. We know that most of you are the exact same way. Whether you have kids or not, you want quick and easy meals that are healthy on the table every single night. Getting takeout is expensive, so nobody has time for that. But we also don't have time for a lot of prep either. So a quick meal like this that takes just 20 minutes with no prep time ahead is perfect. At the end of our recipe, we are going to answer some frequently asked questions, so make sure you stay tuned for that, and let's jump right into the recipe. So the first thing that you are going to want to do is bring a salted pot of water to a boil and then add your pasta. Cook that until al dente. While that's going, we are going to peel and mince some garlic. After that, we are going to add some oil into a large skillet, and then we are going to saute our garlic along with some sun-dried tomatoes. We are using pre-chopped sun-dried tomatoes, but you can make them smaller if desired. If you have whole sun-dried tomatoes, you'll want to chop them prior to adding. Next up, we are adding our canned coconut milk. We use coconut milk here because it's thicker than carton dairy-free milks and really helps to coat the pasta at the end. Also, we are adding in paprika, salt, and chili powder, and then you are going to stir that together. It will go from a fairly white color to an orange hue. You are going to bring that to a boil and then reduce it to simmer. Add in your vegan Parmesan cheese. We are using Violife block here, but you can use your favorite. Stir this together until the vegan cheese has melted and the sauce has begun to thicken. Next, you are going to add in your baby spinach. Stir that together with the sauce and keep it moving until the spinach has completely wilted. Once your spinach has wilted, you are going to remove it from heat and then add in your cooked and drained pasta noodles. Take your time and really get this stirred together well so that all of the sauce coats all of your pasta very well. Once you have all of your pasta coated with your sauce, you can begin to plate it. You can use plates or bowls, whatever your preference is. This is a great meal prep meal as it will last quite a few days in the fridge. Top it with some fresh basil at the end once you have it inside of your bowl. If desired, you can add more vegan Parmesan on top as well. Feel free to pair it with our vegan garlic knots or garlic bread that we will link in the description box below. Grab your fork and enjoy. So if you watched the recipe, then you saw that it has pasta, it has coconut milk, and it also has vegan Parmesan cheese. And all three of those things contain some allergens, but we can swap all of those out to make this completely top 8 free. So for your pasta, you are going to want to choose a gluten-free pasta. There are plenty of options, so just choose your favorite one. For the coconut milk, you can use any dairy-free milk. We just choose coconut milk because it is thicker, but any dairy-free milk will do. You can try to choose one that is thicker, like an oat milk or a soy milk, if you don't have allergies to either one of those things. And then as far as the vegan Parmesan cheese, we use the Violife one that does have coconut oil in it, but you can use Follow Your Heart that does not have any top 8 allergens to make this completely top 8 allergy-free. Okay, so we know that some of you guys are oil-free and you may want to make this dish oil-free, and we are happy to tell you that you can do that. Instead of the oil that we are sauteing the garlic in, you are going to want to swap that with just some vegetable stock, and then we do use sun-dried tomatoes that are soaked in oil. So to swap that out, you are just going to want to buy sun-dried tomatoes and then let those soak in water to puff up, and then just chop those from there. This dish will taste different without the oil and the richness from that, but if you are used to being oil-free, then you likely won't mind that. So we are using linguine in this recipe, but you do not have to use that. You can use whatever you have on hand. Maybe it's penne or fettuccine or spaghetti noodles or rotini. Whatever you have on hand, it will work inside of this recipe. This dish does also prep ahead well, so you can make it completely and then let it cool, store it in the fridge, and then you can either heat it up in the microwave or throw it back onto the stove. You may need to add a splash of vegetable stock or some more dairy-free milk in order just to get that creamy sauce stirred together again.
Obviously, we think that this dish is perfect just the way it is, but if you do want to add some additions to it or make some swaps, you can absolutely do that. So if you have kale instead of spinach, feel free to make that swap, but you can also add things like cannellini beans or mushrooms or artichokes or broccoli or asparagus or anything like that. Feel free to get creative, and of course, make sure you show us your creations by tagging us on Instagram so we can share it. Just two more quick tips before we end this video. One is that if your sauce is too thick or too thin, we can easily fix that. So if it is too thick, then you are just going to want to pour some more coconut milk or dairy-free milk if you are using that, and then just thin it out to your desired consistency. If it is too thin, you are just going to want to let it reduce for a little bit longer. And if you are using an alternative to the coconut milk, you are likely going to need to do that. And then the last thing is that if you have a small child, sometimes wilted spinach can trigger their gag reflex, so you may just want to chop up the spinach a little bit ahead of time instead of just adding it in as whole pieces of spinach. So just roughly chop that and add it in at the same time that you saw us add in the whole pieces of spinach. We really hope that you enjoyed this easy vegan pasta dish. We would love if you could give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we hope that you have a great week, and we will see you guys soon. Bye!